Hi, so today I'm going to be making a commentary on a video that I did not record that features my animation. Hi, my name is Luis Escobar. I'm a storyboard artist on the Simpsons television show. I've been working on the show for over 25 years now, and I'm here to empower you. So I was made aware of this video by my sister-in-law. She sent me this link, and it has my name on it, and it says Luis Escobar Animation. So this is the place here. It's done by this guy named Josh H. And it's a compilation of a bunch of scenes, Simpsons scenes, that are meant to represent my work. So I didn't put this together. I do have a reel of my work that I have in my online portfolio, but that is under password protection, and I've compiled a bunch of my work there. But here is this video that is supposed to be my work, and I wanted to make a commentary about it because when I started watching it, and it's interesting. It's interesting. I want to talk about it. I do want to talk about it, and I'll show you. There's some inconsistencies, and there's some stuff that I just don't remember. So you're gonna see me talk about that, because that's the entire point of the video. I wanted to just kind of react to it a little bit, comment on it a little bit. This isn't a reaction video because I already seen the video. But this is a commentary on this video, and beginning with the description, the description of me, right? So. Here we have my this description here. It says Luis Escobar, born in 1950s. In the 1950s, that would make me 74, right? 74, 75, something like that. 76, I don't know. So, but in my 70s. So, yeah. So I don't know. That's pretty brutal. So there's in this guy's channel, in this person's channel, there is also Paul and Tommy. They also have videos, and I linked I sent the links to them, and they thought it was very interesting too. But Paul and Tommy are older than me, but in their descriptions they are younger than me. So I thought that was interesting. So. In the 1950s, is a layout artist and storyboard artist for The Simpsons. His animation is extremely jerky and loose. Okay, so one of the things that I wanted to talk about is that these are scenes that I worked on, and here's all the names of the videos. There's no audio for these scenes; it's just music. But what I wanted to say is that. What you're going to see is not exactly my animation. I wouldn't have put this in a story reel, and I actually haven't, as my animation. And the reason is, except for one area, I'm going to show you where I would absolutely go, yeah, that's me all the way, 100% me, okay? Because they got that right. But this is character layout. So character layout is all the key poses, but at the time of this, it's not the case now. I would change my definition now, because now we do time our own stuff out. But at the time, not everything that was produced by us was timed by us, and animation is just as much drawing as it is timing. So if I draw a thing but someone else times it, it's not completely my animation. Also, because there was no in-betweens and breakdowns, it's also not quite my animation. So you have to give credit to the Korean animator. The Korean animator did a lot of work. Don't discredit the Korean animator, right? They're the animator. So I do take credit for setting up the shot, posing the drawings out. Then there's a timer who times it. And then there's the Korean animator who does the middle stuff, the most of the, I can't say the hard stuff because the job is hard. The setting up, all the stuff that we do is also hard. So everybody's doing their part. That's the whole point, right? Like there's no slacking off. There's no, this guy is inferior to this person. Everybody's doing their part. The scene doesn't come together if it isn't a collaboration of really talented, very hardworking people. Okay. I just wanted to give that disclaimer. All right. So let's get to it. I'm gonna talk about this. Okay. So this, I do remember doing that scene and that scene. I don't remember doing this one. So all of this, I really don't remember. This, I don't remember doing this either. So possibly, but I'm not sure. This definitely I didn't do. I don't remember. Okay. I mean, this is like classic. I would love to take credit, but here's the thing. Okay, so this is one of the things about working on the show that happens, and that is that I work on a lot of shows, and I worked on a lot of, so I got scenes to do from scratch, from start to finish, and then as the show goes on and we get feedback and revisions from the writers, then scenes change, and often at the time of these shows, the group that originally animated or a character layout or laid out the scenes had moved on to another show, another episode. And what was left was a band of maybe 3 revision people that originally worked on the episode as character layout. So we would have a character layout team of about 7 or 8, maybe 5, I don't remember, about 7 or 8 people. And then 5 of them would leave and work on a different episode, and then 3 of us would stay and revise the show, whatever was left, and we had to revise the episode, the thing. So a lot of the time, I would have to revise somebody else's work, and it would only be like a drawing or 2, something like that. Just an adjustment, resizing stuff maybe, adding a pose, that sort of thing. Adding a few poses, changing some of the acting, but mostly it's that same person. So it's possible that this scene I revised, but I do not remember laying it out. I think there was a female character layout artist. I think she did this. I don't remember her name, and I have like a very vague picture in my head of her. But this absolutely wasn't me. Not that I can think of. Yeah. But I would very much like to take credit for this. Okay. For sure, most of in this episode, I did a lot of revisions. So the Poochie stuff, I did a revision here and there for sure. And for sure, oh man. And I want to say that some of the Poochie stuff I did, but I know for a fact that I had to revise the Poochie getting pulled out by the cell. I absolutely remember revising that scene, like having to do something with it. I don't remember what it was, but I do remember having that on my desk and doing something with it. So this is 100% me. All of this is me. This is not 100% me. This is one of my character layout, I should say. I laid this out. Okay, so this is one of my scenes for sure. For sure. Yeah, anything with Frank Grimes, that was me. This I remember doing. This was such a pain in the neck, that acid thing. But anything with Frank Grimes, that's all me. This, what was it? Oh, I worked on this show for sure. I did work on this show. This was one of the very first shows I've ever worked on. Director was Jeff Lynch. I absolutely remember this, but I do not know if this was me. I think this was Clements. I think this was Chris Clements. Uh, this I that crusty racist joke. I think that was. I think that was me. I think that was me. Um, I do not remember this at all. I don't remember any of this. Maybe it was me. I don't remember. I really don't. It's possible. It's been so long. I don't remember working on this show either. I think I revised stuff in this show. I don't think that's me. The drawings are too good. Okay, this is me. I did do this scene. I absolutely did the character layout on this. Yeah. I think I did this. You don't win friends with salad. I did this for sure. Look how terrible this is. This is how I know it's me. Look at this horrible back. This is so wrong. This is so wrong. This is like one of the worst. It's so bad. I mean, I know for a fact. This is a Steve Moore show, I think. For sure, Bart's broken hand. I did this, but this is a terrible, terrible scene. Look, okay, so here's why I know. This is why I'm saying this is terrible. Okay, so the horizon line is down here somewhere, because we're looking up at his pants, right? And she's down here looking at. So like we're looking down at her, we're looking up at him. So it's somewhere around here is the horizon line. But then look at the background. The background, I'm looking down at the thing, like the horizon line's like way the hell up here. Like, what is happening? Like, we should be able to see the top of this table. We shouldn't be able to see we shouldn't even be able to see the freaking floor at this point. Like, we should just be able to see we should just, this door should be over here. There should be like a table right here, like around here. That's where the table should be. We should be able to see the curtain. We should be seeing ceiling. We should be seeing ceiling, not ground plane. This is absolutely my scene. This is terrible, terrible scene. I'm terrible. It's just the worst. This is one of the. It's just so bad. I should smack myself up that. I'd go back in time and smack it. Don't do this. No, fix this background. Oh, it's bad. Yeah, but this is a scene. I did this scene for sure. I remember doing this scene. Look at this crummy eye. Oh, yeah, this is really well animated. I don't think I did this. I'm not. Oh, but I did this pose. Okay, so I do remember doing that pose. So I didn't do this scene originally, but I did do these poses. So I did revisions on this scene, because that is I remember doing that. I remember doing this like that. This is my drawing for sure. These are my poses for sure. Let's see. I don't remember doing that. Oh, I do. This is my scene. Look how terrible she looks. Look how look how horrible she. And these characters, and the way that I drew the pupils, they're like super dilated. They're just like giant pupils. Okay, so this is 100% my scene, but it also is Jeff went over the scene with me. This is one of the first scenes I ever did, like on my first couple of years on the show. This is one of the scenes that Jeff Lynch would sit me down, like I turned in the scene, and then he'd look at it, and then it'd just be terrible. Like he wouldn't tell me how terrible it is, but he'd just look at it and say, okay, I'm going to show you how to fix it. And so he sat down and he reworked the scene. and it took him 30 minutes of just explaining to me what he was doing as he fixed it. And he would like redo it and rip the page and put it back together and just readjust and then repeg it. And then like all the stuff that we do digitally now, he would do on paper. And it was just, that's what it was. Like he would just rework the whole thing. It was, so this is my scene. One of the first scenes I ever did. Yeah. But with Jeff drawing over it. And that too. And I remember like timing. I timed that scene. So that is like the hair and all that stuff. That I timed it. I was in the room timing it. Okay, and again, this is my scene here for sure, because it's Frank Grimes. If you see Frank Grimes, I did Frank Grimes. I mean, that's me. And that. Okay, so this I did. However, I think Mark Irving did some revisions on this. So Mark Irving did some revisions on this, maybe. But I remember this. This is my scene, but I think Mark Irving did do some revisions on some of my Frank Grimes scenes. But the foundation of all the Frank Grimes scenes were mine. Like I did basically they just gave me Frank Grimes to do. I don't remember doing this at all. Maybe it was me, maybe not. This I remember doing, but I think this was a revision. I don't remember doing this one. But maybe it was me. This I did for sure. I remember doing that. This, of course, I did that. This was a Dominic Polcino show. I remember doing this. Was a pain. This was a massive, massive scene. The thing was this big. Like it was just like I would like the paper just, and then and it took me forever to comp it out. Like just to lay out this illustration, right? And then I had to like do all the people doing stuff. Oh my gosh. And then there was the acting on this. Of course, Frank Grimes. I did this blur effect. Nobody does the blur effect. And I did the blur effects, the double, triple hands and stuff like that. People never did. That's such a not in Simpsons thing to do. And I was just doing it all over the place and they let me get away with it. But we wouldn't be allowed to have little butt things now. I think this scene... I may have done this scene, maybe. Because this is tricky, because this sequence, Sean Cashman did a lot of this stuff. And so I may have revised something. I think I did this scene. I'm pretty sure I did this scene. Yeah. I don't remember this one. I think maybe I did some of this. That's some of my drawings there. Some of my drawings there, some of them are not. I don't know if I did this. I don't know if I did this either. I don't remember. This for sure. Swinton Scott's show. Yep. This is all I actually have the original drawings of it. I have the whole scene. I have all these scenes. All the original art. There was more to it. So Swinton gave me back the scenes. Because they cut the scenes down so much. They gave me back the scenes. They also shrunk a lot of these shots using a copy machine. So I have the originals. I have them in a folder in the other room. I have all the so I did these. Frank Grimes again. That was me. Yep. Yeah. These scenes took forever. Oh, I did absolutely do some of these. This for sure. This was a pain in that. I don't remember doing this one, but I do remember doing that water thing because I had to do the water, and it was so painful. Doing all the freaking water. every single one of these I had to animate. I had to like put out and do the thing. And this was before digital, right? So there was no like duplicating the animation. You had to do it. You had to do it yourself, man. You had to do it yourself. I did. This is my scene for sure. I don't know if this was my scene. This for sure was my scene. I actually requested doing this from the director. I absolutely wanted to chop his head off. That was the whole reason. The joke was on me, though. The joke was on me because I ended up. I don't have a very. I kind of dislike Quentin Tarantino. He rubs me the wrong way for some reason, but anyway, so I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna get to chop his head off because he just annoys me so much. And then the joke's on me because in order to do this scene, I had to watch Reservoir Dogs, and I had to watch that torture scene over and over and over and over again. Yeah. Joke's on me. That was it was a scene that I absolutely hated when I watched it in Reservoir Dogs. And I ended up having to watch it over and over and over. So, like I said, it really came back to bite me in the butt. So this scene really came back to bite me in the butt. But it was fun to do. It was fun to do. And at the end of the day, just making fun of Quentin Tarantino and getting him to chop his head off. Jeff Lynch show. I don't remember doing this scene, but I do remember working on this show. I don't remember doing this scene. Oh, but I think I may have done that punch. Itchy and Scratchy, I don't get to do very often. Oh, there we go. More Frank Grimes. For sure, that's me. Don't remember doing any of this. So, probably not. This? Yeah, I think I did this. I think I did that. Yeah, this obviously I did do. This sequence, I think I did. Some of these burns, I absolutely remember that. This I don't remember. I don't remember this. It's possible that I did this. I don't remember. For sure I did this. This was Jim Reardon's show. This is where Maude gets killed. All of this stuff is mine. I killed Maude. This I remember doing. This I absolutely remember doing. With the little thing in his hand. Yeah, okay, I did this, obviously, yeah. I don't remember doing this. It's possible I did this. That's definitely not my Bart. This, again, Poochie stuff. I'm not sure. This I did remember. I think I. Okay, this. I don't think I did this. I worked on this show for sure. I did some of this. I did some of the. Okay, so a lot of this stuff. Maybe it. Gosh, I don't remember. Like, I know that I did some of it because some of it rings a bell. So I have to say that some of it must have been revision. I must have revised some of the stuff. Added some stuff in here. Sean Cashman stuff, maybe? Let me see. I don't remember doing that. I do remember this. I remember this. It's possible. By the way, it's possible that I did some of the stuff I don't remember doing. It's possible that the directors have made commentary on these shows, and they've called out my name, and because they have the list of the people who did the stuff. So it's possible. This I did, and see, look, I did like a little mermaid. I think I made this up. This is totally my girl. This is one of my girls. I remember doing this scene. Okay, so this right here is 100% me. 100% me. By 100% me, I mean I animated it, timed it, in betweened it. The only thing I didn't do is clean it up and color it. But everything else I did. Like this is almost not, this is not even like, this is me. So this is the kind of thing that I could put in my portfolio, that I would put on my portfolio as animation that I did. And if you're wondering how that was done, so what happened back in the day, what they would do is they would print out frame by frame what was called photostats. So they were like photographs, and then they didn't do it. I think I ended up having to do it. Like they peg all the photostats under pegs, because back in the day we had a peg board, like a disc, and with pegs, and then I would have to go frame by frame and animate on each frame. So I would have the whole scene in photostats, and then I would take a sheet of paper with a light box shining through it, and then I would animate on a separate sheet of paper what was going to happen. And then when we were going to test the animation, I would have to go into the animation room, the thing, with the light box, take a picture, put both layers, take a picture, put both layers, take a picture of all the stuff, and then I would add. So it took forever to animate that thing, but that was the process. That's what I did. Yeah, the more I watch this, the more I think it was me. The more I watch this stuff, doing fighting, I like doing that stuff. I don't remember this at all. It's possible that it was me. It's possible that I could have revised this too, especially the faces. Again, Poochie, don't remember. I do remember this. So some of this stuff, for sure, I did do. Boom, boom, yeah. Like I said, must have been revisions here. This I did for sure. Yeah, I did that. I don't remember this. This for sure is me. There's my girls. Boom. Yep. This is so Jeff Lynch. Like you don't get these animated trucks. This is all Jeff Lynch. He would do these animated moves. Nobody does that. That's just only Jeff did that. So he did that a lot too. He'd do these animated pull out, make it super dynamic. This is pre-digital, right? This is pre-digital, so it's all animated backgrounds. Man, he'd do that stuff. That's so good. That's so awesome. We don't do that anymore. No one did it. No one did it but him. Okay, so a lot of this is Sean Cashman. I know Sean did a lot of that stuff. This is me for sure. Oh, okay, so I have a feeling. Okay, so here's the thing. This scene, that explosion, I did not do. Tommy Tejeda did this explosion for sure. He was the go-to for effects. I believe Tommy originally did this scene, but the director didn't like what he did, and he asked me to adjust some things. So this is a collaboration between Tommy and me. So we both worked on this scene. And yeah, this looks a little bit more like a little bit of Mark Irving and a little bit of me. So, but yeah, killed Frank Grimes.
Adobe stocks multi.
And so that's it. That's the video. So I thought I'd comment on it just because I wanted to talk about it and talk about the process, the stuff that goes on behind the scenes, the stuff that you forget, because I've worked on well over 300 episodes at this point. I don't remember stuff. I just don't remember. I've been watching on YouTube. I've been watching the Smallville, Talkville. It's a Smallville podcast with Michael Rosenbaum and Tom Welling talking about their time on Smallville, and they go through every single episode, and then they comment on it. And they're on like season 3. But one of the things, as of the time of this recording, by the way, but one of the things that happens a lot is that they talk about certain scenes, or they ask each other questions about certain scenes, and especially Tom Welling, he goes, I don't remember doing this scene. I don't remember how we did this scene. I don't remember what happened, like that sort of thing. That's me. That's happens all the time. I was talking to Paul and about this when he watched his video, and Paul was like, I don't remember. I don't remember if I remember doing some of these. I don't remember doing it. It all just blends together. We do so much work, so much of it, that we just don't remember what it is. Also, I watched Tommy's video, and with Paul's video, for sure, I think most of it is Paul's. But I watched Tommy's video, and Tommy had a bunch of my scenes in his video, which I thought was interesting. There must have been some overlap between what Tommy did and I did a lot of the time. Like, we would probably revise each other's scenes all the time. So for sure, Tommy and I share a lot of scenes together, a lot of sequences together. We probably had overlapping sequences. We probably had overlapping scenes where we revised each other's work. So, especially because Tommy was an AD at one point. So he would revise my scenes. So so in Tommy's video, like this, in this channel, he had scenes that I worked on that I know for sure were mine. So it's interesting to watch this sort of thing. And it's also interesting that Josh H. here put this together, not necessarily being on the show, as far as I can tell. So that's interesting too. How did he get what he got right? Except for the fact that I have openly admitted a lot of the times that I worked on the Frank Grimes scenes, that I did that scene, that animation in the live action animation, that thing, the Dominic Pulcino scenes where the people were rioting and destroying stuff, and that I killed Maud Flanders. Like I've said that I've done those scenes publicly. So I've outed myself on the scenes that I have done. So it's not surprising that those are in there. But some of the scenes that I don't remember doing are still in there, and I don't know how. Especially that Swinton Scott scene where all the fighting. I think it's probably because Swinton actually mentioned it one time in a podcast that I think we recorded together. But it's possible that commentary was also said and my name came up. I don't know, but it's some of these scenes are pretty accurate. Some of the scenes, obviously, that I've done are missing. There's hundreds of scenes that I did that are missing. because there's no way that anybody could keep track of every single thing unless you go in and see some documented evidence from every single director having written down the list of names of the artists who did what scene and what scene was that called, and it would be ridiculous to like just break down everybody's scenes like that. But the fact that some of this was accurate is very interesting. So that's it. That's my commentary. Thank you for watching, and I hope this has been interesting, and I'll be talking to you next time. All right, bye. So I'm happy to announce that I now have a new drawing lesson called Drafu Guide to Sketching and Gesture Foundations. It's the beginning of the level 2 information that people have been asking me for the drawing website, which will teach you where to start drawing, what to draw when you draw, how to draw from observation, how to draw from imagination, how to draw what you envision, and how to discover what you ought to envision if you don't have anything specific in mind. So if you find any of this interesting, you could follow the link that you see, or you can go to thedrawingwebsite.com, look under level 2, and you'll find a link there.